You're not even
You're
live.
you're still live, but
he's not
it's
live.
just. Oh
not live
nope!
at all.
It just cut off on me.
Yeah.
What? That is
So-
weird. I didn't touch anything this time either.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
I refreshed.
Yeah, he might be coming back on, but now he's on. Yeah.
There he goes.
You were not live.
Weird.
Yeah, Nate, like I said, I think practice has merit, but 3 practice sessions for these types of teams, it's like the whole argument of like, if you watch college football and you watch the pros, what the hell do you need preseason games for? College doesn't practice. I mean, college doesn't have preseason games. They go right to regular season. NFL doesn't do preseason games. These are professionals. So, like, to me,
they do have spring games and scrimmages. So, I mean, they do that.
Yeah, but so does the NFL.
Yeah, but
NFL,
what I'm saying,
both do spring games.
Yeah, NFL. Come on, that's a lot different too. But what I'm saying is this: if you're not been in, let's just say, hey, last week we were at track BA. And that track was a certain type of condition, certain temperature, blah, blah. Now, I don't get to touch my car or drive my car for a whole week, sometimes 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And then you expect me to just jump in and just race?
I expect you to jump in the practice session, as they've done.
How many times do you, before a big race for your IRacing, how many races or practices do you do?
I do a few.
Okay,
I guess my thing is, but I'm not a professional.
But it don't matter. But you still got to practice. That's the whole point of practice.
Correct.
Everybody has to practice. Doing football, you practice throughout the whole week.
3 practices for F1 under the current regulations. All you do is it's become a procession. How do you change the procession? Like there's so much there's such a thing as too much practice. All you do is allow them to work out every single team.
IRacing live, IRacing GT4,
in practice 1, in practice 2, in practice 3. Then you end up in qualifying. I get that's how it's always been done. But the advantage to the past F1, now granted, I've had to go back and watch past races because I wasn't watching live. But the advantage was, like, there was so much variety. There was so much challenging in bad way. Now, because of the technology we have, they work all that shit out online. They run equations, they run formulas, they run calculated, like they do get practice. I think we have to remember they did more track time back then because they didn't have simulator. They had to do actual track time. But when you factor in simulation, and these simulators are amazing, they are getting practice time. So that's why they come to the track. Like, you have guys that have never driven on a track before. Never. F2 didn't go there, F3 didn't go there. But they get on the simulator and now they know the track. And they're driving around this track in the first FP1 at 200 miles an hour? Come on. You know the track because you have a simulator. You have technology. So I'm not saying you shouldn't have any practice. What I'm saying is 3 practice sessions in 2024 is vastly different than 3 practice sessions in 1989.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, Ray. Practicing in a simulator and having that real life wall come at your face at 200 miles an hour is a whole different thing.
I get it, but
if that was the
case, in FP1 we would see more accidents.
Right.
If that was the case. Because they get 60 minutes. Because think about it, they went from 90-minute sessions. They had 3 90-minute sessions. So they have 4.5 hours. They've already cut it down to 3 hours.
Right.
And on sprint weekends, you get 1. And things work out perfectly fine.
So what I'm saying is, out of a whole weekend, why is 3 hours such a problem of practice? Do you know how much we used to practice in football, bro? Come on, man.
But again,
come on, man.
You can't because you cannot simulate practice in football. If you can get in a simulator and simulate football practice without ever getting hit, which is what the NFL would love to do, they would do that in a heartbeat. But in F1, again, they have technology where they can sit in a cockpit in a car and change setups. How do you think? That's why they gave so much credit to Alex Albon at Red Bull, because all of the setup changes he did in a simulator.
I get
they
that,
spend so much
time. But you still got to get in the car, bro.
Correct.
I'm just saying, I'm just not cool with them just jumping in the car on a freaking Sunday and racing, or just doing a sprint on a Saturday. I'm just saying
but those are all practice.
I know, but what I'm saying, Ray, you're acting like they're practicing for freaking 3 days. They're practicing for 3 hours over a course of a weekend. 3 hours. That's it.
Right. What I'm saying to you is, they don't need 3 practice sessions. If with the sprint in mind, they can do sprints every weekend and it'd be perfectly fine because they end up becoming practice. But at least there's competition. Because again, Lando winning that race, or when Mercedes dominance was happening, again, I get the past and how competitive it was, but they get practice. I think we're eliminating their practice.
Here's where your problem. Here's what a problem
Monday
with the
through Friday.
But here's what a problem with the sprints are, because now you're making it another competition, and now you have close competition, basically racing and not really practicing, right?
They get practice.
So
they get 60 minutes of practice.
No, take that away. I'm talking you want to talk about a sprint. I'm talking about the sprint. Now you're incorporating a more dangerous as far as possible car damage, wrecks, that kind of stuff versus, because see, in practice, people can go out at whatever times they want to. Hey, this person's on a hot lap, move your ass over. Blah blah blah. If it's a sprint race, they're sprint racing.
Yeah, they get FP1. That's all you need. No, if you want to make FP1 90 minutes, fine. But again, there's no way that we can't discount the simulator.
Right.
I had to practice football because football, you can't simulate it. I think you keep discounting because, again, Natty, I'm not saying that practice is not important. What I'm saying is they do all of that in the simulator to know the track.
Right, but then you can't simulate them being in a freaking 100-something plus degree freaking car with sweat pouring down their face, trying to freaking their car. So they got to practice. They got to get used to the temperature of the car.
But again, do you need 3 hours?
Dude,
only thing they're trying to practice, and what I'm trying to relate to you is
we do one practice in football is 3 hours. All I'm saying is you're trying to. It's 3 hours.
But there's no simulator.
I'm not worried about the. I'm not giving two shits about a simulator. I'm not caring about.
But here's the thing
about a simulator. I'm talking about race weekend.
They win.
Race weekend.
Right, but where do you think they win? In FP1 or the simulator? They win in the simulator.
All 3 practices.
They win in the simulator.
Because the simulator's great, but then they can actually put it to use because they can. Just because even though you adjust something in the simulator, doesn't mean it's going to work on track. Think about all the simulations that Mercedes has done with that car.
Correct.
You're talking about how great this car was in the simulator.
Correct.
They put it on track and it's dog shit.
Correct.
So you got to put the car on track.
I'm not saying you don't put the car on track. What I'm saying to you is, in 2024 modern F1, there's no need for 3 practice sessions. There's a reason why they're trying to eliminate them, because they realize they have so many resources. We don't need to.
Okay,
you don't need to do 6 hours, 3 hours of practice.
That's the end of
because it washes itself out in sprints. Every weekend they have a sprint. We end up with the same order. In fact, the sprint it adds some variety.
To me,
because if you just give them 3,
the sprints are boring as fuck to me.
And I think practices are more boring. I watching practice, I can watch the highlights and get the whole summary.
That's you sitting at home. But what I'm saying is, for the people that want to go and pay their money to the freaking race on these race weekends,
for the drivers than racing.
But what I'm saying is, okay, yeah, I get a sprint for what, 20 laps, but at least here, you know what I'm saying? You get to see all your different drivers. You can see what they're trying to do, see them changing stuff and working on stuff. I mean, it depends on what you want to see, because there's going to be different strokes for different folks for what they want to see, bro.
Correct.
Oh, God damn it.
Correct.
Well, hold on, I gotta make a call. I'm actually 15 minutes.
I did.
I made the call 5 minutes ago. Argue with Ray.
You didn't.
Oh, fucking Christ!
You didn't do your clutch again.
Hold your line.
Well, this time you're up in the.
So I have to hold on to both
decent,
clutches.
Depends on how your fan is set up. But yeah, most of the time, it's both clutches you let go, it goes down to your percentage, and then the second clutch you ease off.
Got it.
You have a master and a slave. That's all.
Well, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he started up in Fanatec or whatever. And he was doing the
Yeah.
Fanatec thing or whatever. But yeah.
Fuck. God damn it.
Great start. Well done.
I gotta hold
And I
for
guess
9
my thing
seconds
is-
too.
In this car,
There's an incident here. Last.
I don't know, because I know in like
He's leading the race.
F4 and F3, you just pin it to the floor.
Yeah. It's
Is it
the
the
same
same
as
thing in
those,
this
like
car?
those basically, but those like if you do have a clutch in both of those, though,
There's
you
an
do get
incident
off the
in
line fast.
26. Looks like it's
But-
Right. What I'm saying is, though, do you have
It's
to
the same. No, you could just gun
just
it.
pin
if
it
you
and
want to.
release the clutch? Right. You know, just pin it at green, release the
There's an
clutch, and
incident
go.
in corkscrew. You think it might be
Like
hill?
I said, in F3 and F4, like in the F2 or F1 car, no, you've got to release the slave and then slowly release the master.
Got it. So I don't know this stuff, but I'm going into this blind. Good thing I'm in rookies.
Well, I do it the same with all of them though. Like I release the main
Fuck!
and I slowly release for like the last 20-30% depending on the car.
There's an incident here.
Right, yeah.
You think it might be last?
Yeah, like in F3, none of that shit matters. Just F4, just like all of it. Like, in fact, yeah, most times I just at the start, just like all both at the same time, because it there's no, it doesn't have that much force
kilometers per
that
hour.
you're gonna get this.
Engage
You know
limiter.
what I mean?
10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes.
I don't have a pit limiter. So I gotta hold for 9 seconds.
Yeah, so yeah, pull in. Make sure your tires are off. Make sure your
100
gas is
meters.
Yeah,
off.
that's all
If
off.
you do it, I was saying, because if you pit
50
and it does
meters.
anything at all, then it does not count as a hold, and you have to go back around and go back in.
Let's see.
Did you see the trailer for NCAA?
For what?
They,
No, I haven't seen it yet. I have to check it out. I saw you
they
posted it.
yeah, I posted because I'm like, oh shoot, they actually got the names on the back of the jerseys.
Right, but it's only those players who've opted in, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah, because like, did you see like the players don't get paid much?
No, but they're gonna pay
Yeah.
something though from it.
Right, like yeah, it's like trying to explain to them, like, dude, like yeah, you'll get a cut of the pie, but there's 112 Division 1 or 120 Division 118 plus. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're not all gonna get.
And then like Archie Manning, he said he's not gonna sign to be in the game at all. So they're just gonna have a default random person.
Well, you know what'll happen then? Somebody create a file like they did back in the day.
Oh yeah,
Put
put
all
him
the
in there.
names.
Because we already got your stats. All we gotta do is throw in the numbers.
Right.
Like,
Right. I mean, I just gotta throw a name in there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, it just makes me laugh that like, come on, people. Like we can't pay all and every college student massive amounts of money. Now we can pay the stars who draw attention to the game, the guys who are on the Madden or the NCAA cover. But like my pause, I'm not going to get it on release day just because I need to make sure that this isn't just Madden Light. Because NCAA has always had, like Steven was saying,
To
the
me, they've always
best-
been better.
Yes, but it's because of all of the college stuff.
Incident in
The
23. Looks like it's
The creating a career and following all the way through.
There's an incident
You know,
in
taking it
26.
from
Looks like Hawkins.
I always pick the bottom.
I
Like, I
wonder
never
if
picked-
they're going to introduce because you know how Madden you create your character, but I wonder if they're going to introduce the transfer again, where you have your character, you take him through the 4 years, and you can move him over to Madden. I wonder if they're going to bring that back.
That was
Oh,
such
that
a
would
cool
be yeah, I
feature.
thought about that.
I used to do that all the time.
I'd never bring one to Madden though, because I just didn't care as much about. I had Madden and then NCAA was my game, but like, I just want to build a dynasty, and you know, am I going to be able to like that game I play on my phone? Like I'm the head coach, and I can go to any team I want. or like I start out at a crappy team and I have to build myself up. Like, hey, you know what? You know, you're
Incident in turn 11.
rookie
Looks like
coach.
it's Hawkins.
You know, you start out like, you know, you start out the last game of the season playing at you're a Division 2 coach, and you have like this scenario, like, hey, depending on how well you do at this game, because I believe they had that in the NCAA games. If you created your player, you played one final game in high school, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah, you played
did.
the high school championship.
That was 07.
Yeah,
Or 08.
yeah, you played the high
Alright,
school
Logan,
championship.
I'm way home.
and then,
Fuel looks good.
like, they need to have
2014
that.
was the last one.
Yeah,
Ah,
you need to have that for the head coach.
fuck.
Like the head coach
Track limits,
coaches
watch those lines.
a game.
Guy in front is Garcia.
his last game at, you know, maybe high school or Division 2, Division 3, and then
Watch
he gets
some
this head coach job. Good Lord, bro.
That'd be
Trying to
cool.
eat this
This is
up.
an incident in turn 1. Looks
Yeah,
like
and you jump
Garcia.
in and like, all right, you take over a program, but you know you're going to be the head coach at, you know, New Mexico State or something, you know, Utah State or some team that, you know, that's, you know, 111th out of 125 teams, and let's see how well you did. Yeah, because like, if they do that, now will this be? Is this console, or will you be able to get it on PC?
They have not released that yet.
Okay.
Why would EA focus on console? On PC?
That's 5 minutes to
Well,
go.
not
That's
focused, but it's an EA game. Like,
This is an incident in turn 6.
if they make it
Arias
PC,
and Larson.
In my
a PlayStation
brain, I'm thinking it's going to be console only for the first
Okay,
year.
Logan, the next car
right?
is Larson.
It's fine. 'Cause I have a PS5, so
And I think after they get something under their belt, then they'll do the PC. Is what I think they'll probably do, because that's what EA normally kind of does with stuff. Is they
Yeah.
console, and then like a year after or whatever, if it's
oh for sure.
you know whatever, then they do it. So in my brain, that's what they're gonna do. Because to me, if it was everything, wouldn't you just go ahead and say it? But they've been so hush
I don't
about
know.
everything with the game, though. It's kind of hard to say.
Like I said, I think the only reason I think they've been hushed though is because like they had to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, because they can't put NCAA on it anymore,
What?
which is interesting. Yeah, it's just EA Sports College Football.
What? College football.
Yeah.
25.
And then they have to get, you know, participation from the conferences. And, yeah. And, you know, well, players are like, they were just going to have generic players, you know what I mean? Like, and strengths and stuff like that. But if the player wants to have their name on the jersey and actually represent it, they get paid.
Sixth
It's
place.
very
Fastest lap.
simple.
You've just done a
It's just so
147.1.
many players.
Which in my brain is what they should have did, you know, either from the get-go, but if not then like when they were going
Well, they-
through the issues in 2014, I
But they
think
couldn't.
they should have tried.
Remember, they couldn't. The NCAA rules forbid it.
Yeah.
They
That
couldn't,
was
like,
dumb.
because NCAA is stupid with the whole. We can't pay players because we
They've
want
been
to make
playing
sure we
players
get all
for
the money.
decades, but it hasn't been like
Under the table.
out in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Oh, I mean, I went to a small Division 1 AA school and they paid players. Like, I remember when the guys is all American. I've seen some handshakes happen. So, but like you said, they've been paying them. Like boosters have been giving money away, like
Right.
it's candy.
Ooh, I'm up to 6th, back up to where I started.
Nice. This is a nightmare.
Huh?
This
So
race is such a
slow.
nightmare.
Oh, these cars are one of the craziest ones. Like, I'd rather go from the V to the F4.
Yeah.
These cars are absolutely nuts. Like,
I've never
I
driven
stayed away from these.
these. And then the F4. The V is horrible. I hate the V.
So
it's like I had a
slow.
Mazda.
The
It's
pickup.
slow, but because it's
Just
slow,
left
you don't
2
get
minutes
the
to go.
craziness that you do get in these. And then the F4, you start to get a little downforce. You gotta learn some slip angle stuff like that. So you start getting a little bit better drivers like that. Actually, start practicing and stuff like that.
No,
Not a
I
lot,
just jumped
but you
in
get a
and
few.
said, fuck it, threw it at the wall, see what sticks. I've never been much of an open wheel guy.
Driving these, you'll never be an open wheel guy. These are.
Yeah, I'm
There's an incident in. Looks
I
like it's
technically it is,
Falken's.
but yeah, you're not. Yeah,
This is a fast.
you want to
go.
get right. If you want to get a taste of open wheel, you got to do an F4, an F3, a Super Formula Light. Or something
I did
like that.
Super Formula Light yesterday at Daytona. That was fun.
Yeah,
I think you
that
did the
car is-
Super Formula, not the Super Formula.
Oh.
Because your time says Super Formula.
Okay. Well, I did Super Formula.
I didn't know you owned Super Formula.
I don't.
The Toyota or the Honda?
It was the
down. It was-
Toyota. It was
Yeah,
during the
it's
downtime
down,
yesterday.
so he did the practice.
Gotcha. Nice.
Artie was watching me
Like, chose
practice
the
yesterday.
harder of the two.
Artie was watching me yesterday. He's like, "Dad, you spun out and it didn't count as a incident." Yeah, you're right. Why didn't it? You spun out. You lost control. You should get a 2X. You're right. I should, but I didn't. And we're going to be happy that I didn't.
Yeah, Super Formula is. That's a
But
hard
Dak
car to
was cheating.
drive. Yeah, that's a hard car to drive.
Yeah, it was fun though. We did our league. It was really fun.
I mean, they seem like really fun cars.
Okay, Logan, you've got half your fuel
They
left.
can be, but getting them off the line is.
That's what I see all the stuff on Reddit about. Oh, Super Formula's killed me this week.
Yeah, it's just getting it off the line. But it's the best Formula car to drive by a mile.
So I should probably invest in a Super Formula Light then, huh?
If you're gonna do open, I mean that
Or
or,
Skippy.
F4.
No, there's not enough drivers for Skippy. Like, what Glenn was saying, yeah, it's a good car, but you'll get maybe 1 race a week, 2 races a week. Nobody really drives it. That's the
You've
issue.
got 10 minutes of
It's
fuel
a super
remaining.
old car, the first open wheel car they
The
have.
leader has just done a 145.0.
You have your diehards, but then you got to make sure that you're on the line.
Car
same
ahead
as
is
that.
RES.
Right. God, am I gonna be the last? No, I'm
Yeah,
not
if
gonna
you
be
wanna-
the last for us.
Yeah, if you want a ton of competition, like F4.
Oh,
F3,
shit.
you'll see some.
Yeah,
Sausages.
F4 and Super Formula Lights are the two big.
Incident in turn 1. If you think
Oh
it
my
might
gosh,
be
it's a popular
Falken's.
car.
Yeah.
F3 is a little bit down, but I think it's just because it's
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Fucking
And
sausages.
Super Formula, there's less competition in Super Formula, but those guys that do, oh my gosh, they're fast.
Yeah, there's some blazing dudes out there.
Alright, Logan, the next car is Stagno.
But
I
speaking
don't know why I
of,
didn't just make a default email and just copy and paste, because I've been typing the same freaking thing all day.
Yeah, dirty hairpin. Looks like RES.
Logan, I'm going to be ordering some stuff here
Yeah.
probably today or tomorrow. So let me know if you want to.
How much? How many?
Well, I'm ordering stuff from AliExpress and from Mouser.
Okay.
So I am ordering 10
P6.
coders
Okay, we're done.
and 3 funky.
Okay.
2 or 3 funky because I have 1. But when I decide to build the LMP3 wheel,
Yeah.
I will need them. So I'm gonna get 2 or 3 of those, but I have
The cable glands that you were talking about. Do you have any of those, or are you gonna be ordering those, or what are those? Because the airplane connector on the back of my button box is already popped off.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I have a cable blend here you can have.
Okay.
I think I have at least 1 here. Taking away from me to get some more.
Times
I
it.
have 1 right here.
I might be able to get redemption in the 1600s.
Yeah, I need to have.
Oh, we're gonna have so much to look at. Haha. Redemption. All right, last race. I swear to God, it's my last race. I need it to be my last race. I am hemorrhaging Formula. Oh, I actually gained iRating in that one.
Yeah, so you'll gain some because you haven't done it, so you'll definitely be gaining some here and there.
I am hemorrhaging safety rating.
Yeah, and because you don't drive open wheel, even if it goes down, like whatever, you'll get it back. B class is super formula anyway, so C class is still the lights and everything else, so you still get to drive 90% open wheel with a C class.
I don't know if I'll be moving up to that. It's just a fun thing I'm doing today.
Let's see, cable gland. I get those from Amazon.
Got it.
Yeah, that's the link that it's this little waterproof, like, let me see if I can find them for you. Yeah, if you just Google cable gland, you'll see it. Like, it's, I'm trying to think of what it is. Like, it's just a pass-through cable that's waterproof. I mean, instead of using a GX12, if you want to go straight to 4-pin, but you don't want to.
New fastest lap for Alan, 132.1.
Makes life 10 times easier. I just need to see the size. I need Mike to.
All right. So when I do the start,
so when I look at that, it almost looks like what I have on my little like ball joint thing that holds in this button box.
All right. So when I probably is.
So, yeah, but no, they're really small. They're just 12 millimeter.
I was just looking like the way where it goes through and then like you tighten down and it grips it or whatever.
That's Black Flag. So I think I figured it out. Hooray!
Yeah, but just try releasing it. Like, floor it and release it and see what happens. Because my guess is you don't need to feather it as much because it doesn't have that much, power, so you're not gonna get the wheel spin.
There's a little wheel spin there.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to like do anything massive.
Good luck, everyone.
Release the slave, master, release the slave. Like, yeah, you shouldn't have to do that because it's just not that much power. Now you try that in the F1 car or that Super Formula, it rip your face off. Wall
burnout.
Well, you spin and you're hitting the wall. Yeah.
I'm not much of a standing start person, so I haven't really played with it that much.
Yeah, well, because you don't in any other series.
God damn it, I'm going to need to get a wheel. When I finally upgrade to a big boy wheelbase, I'm going to need to get a wheel with dual clutches, aren't I?
If you decide to do open wheel.
Well, that was on the wish list anyway. So
yeah.
Isn't that black and yellow wheel? Doesn't that have clutches that you guys are building?
No. It just has paddles.
Oh.
It just paddles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It says Logan will likely print everything out except
for the exit looks clear.
Paddles. You'll see a lot of money. Yeah. Because I gave him funky, so he's good there. He doesn't need those, so.
But I still need to figure out. I still need to get like plates and whatnot ordered because I am going to be building it. Even if it sits on the wall until I get a big boy.
Yellow flag.
Fuck, if I get a start figured out, I might actually be able to compete. God damn.
Oh, start.
It. I got really lucky that wasn't a 4X. Holy shit. So apparently I need to brake going into 5.
Oh god. Sometimes a light brake in an open wheel is to get the car settled enough to get grip, especially if you don't have a wing in this car.
Yellow flag, caution. On your right. Clear right.
And avoid curbs.
Yeah, don't touch this off screws with this.
On your left.
Learned my lesson last race.
Yeah, those arms are for show. That is not a real. Those are not real suspension for this car.
That's it, Corin. Sit there and tuck in and wrap. Oh, of course he's got a Lotus paint job. Love that. Love that for me.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Okay, Logan, we've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
Doesn't let me adjust to the brake bias while I'm braking. Huh.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever tried to adjust it while I'm on the brake, so I don't know if any of the cars do it or not. I usually do it while I'm on the straight or something. I don't adjust while I'm on the brake, so I don't know.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 114 Fahrenheit.
Oh shit. Every time going through that turn. And this is why my iRating is tanking in Formula.
Gotta slow down more.
Obviously.
Oh, this is it. PG7s. So a 20 pack will do. Alright.
20
And I was
pack
looking at,
of
cable glands.
condoms?
So I'll have some. Well, I don't need those anymore, thank God. That's just
You
ridiculous.
lucky bastard. What?
My wife had her tubes tied, so we're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you got
And
the
I go-
vasectomy because that's probably what I'm gonna do.
Oh, I'm going to get that done because I swear to God, if there's another slip, I'll kill them doctors. Like, y'all said this was. You said this was foolproof. I'm a fool. It didn't work. Yeah. So no. It's like, okay, it didn't work. Y'all owe me 18 years of payments for this kit. So, man. Yeah. So I'm looking at NRG QRs.
Uh-huh.
So I'm looking at like I try to figure out what the difference is between Gen 1 and Gen 2. There is no difference.
What?
So I keep buying Gen 2. I bought a Gen 2, and like I went and watched a review. Like there's subtle changes to how it
But nothing
operates,
that's gonna
but-
affect sim racers?
Correct. So I'm gonna get
Like that.
yeah. Like I was going to get a bunch of Moza ones because the problem with buying NRG is you always get the base side with it.
Right.
I like the Moza ones, but like I like some of the colors they have in NRG. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
blue and red. Like
The-
so.
The next one I'm getting is the burnt chrome.
So well, if you get the Gen 1s, they're on sale at Amazon. So I'm going to order a few of them at some point. I
Nice.
don't need it at this very moment, but you know they have in stock. But so cable gland. Let's see what those are.
Yeah, I did a clean qualifying lap.
You need PG7. So.
Do you use vetted for your Chrome?
E3.
For your Chrome app? Like for
Yes.
on Amazon?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah,
talking
'cause
about
I-
before.
Yeah, like I use that so that when it tells me, like when I bought my last NRG, it was because it was only on sale for like $5. You know, I was looking for the white, because like this one I have like the white carbon fiber one, and that's the one I wanted for this one, so I was doing the black and white wheel. I was like, I'll save $5, so I got it. So like
Yeah,
a
I wish.
month or two before I even ordered them.
Yeah, I wish you could get them from AliExpress. Like that's one I wish you could grab. But
Do they sell them on AliExpress? They might. I don't know.
no,
Not of
not
any
the
quality
official
that you
NRG
want.
ones. Yeah, they're still going to be $100 on So like to get the Gen 1 from Amazon is just yeah. But yeah, like I said, Logan, I'm ordering 10 encoders and like 3 funkies. So encoders are depends on how many you buy.
Right.
But like if you order 1, they're $3.09. If you order a batch of 10, they're $2.46.
You get them from Mouser.
Oh, from Mouser. Yeah, I don't order cheap electronics.
No, cheap electronics are gonna be paying for it anyway.
Exactly. So yeah, I just order.
The leader is just done 134.0.
Yeah, the next reduction in price is not until you get to 75, and I don't need 75 of them. So the $2.46 per
A piece.
item. Yeah.
How many you ordering?
And I'm ordering 10. So, which, in all honesty, is going to be
20
more
some
than enough.
bucks.
Right, it's $24.60. So,
Gotcha.
what costs more are the funky switches.
Right.
The funky
believe
switches
that.
are $8.45
Whew.
per item. So if we order 5, they drop down to $7.36. I'm only ordering 3 because I have 1 left, and I need at least to have 2 pair because something always goes wrong. But I have the ones that are okay.
10.
10 is $6.65 per each. So with every increment of so from 1 to 5, you save $1.
I'm gonna need to get
From
another
5 to
goddamn
10.
toolbox just for sim racing shit. Fuck.
Well, you got a ton of stuff. You need a whole another basement with all the shit you have.
Hey, how's it going, Neil?
Hey, Neil.
Hi, Neil.
Man.
How's the kid?
How's my nephew? How you doing?
One procedure is done.
Sweet.
Yeah. What you say? If he said sweet. Yeah. One done. On
Yeah.
to the next one.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Glad
Good.
to hear it, man.
Oh, I couldn't imagine. Oof. I know all the
Yeah,
time.
I mean, yeah,
Tell you what, it makes you strong, bro.
Yeah.
right.
They're
For sure.
resilient.
But yeah, I was in the hospital with my daughter when she was in the ICU, and I was like, yo, that shit made me cry. So
Yeah.
all of our hearts are with you, man.
Absolutely.
You want to punch? I wanted to punch one of the nurses when he was born because she gave me that. I don't know how to explain it. You know when somebody sees you like in pain and asks you a dumbass question, you just want to wail on them.
Yeah.
So at the time, my wife had just came out of the operating room from getting a C-section, and she goes, "Dad, are you okay?"
Don't worry about me. Worry about my fucking wife who just had her guts ripped open.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
God, bro. And I looked at her face.
And that's the end of the session. P3.
It was also the tone and how she said it, like that. It didn't, to me, it didn't sound like
It wasn't
concern.
sincere.
It didn't sound sincere. You're just saying it just to say it because you work here. You're supposed to act. Man, I'm a black man that turned red, bro. I'm light skinned, and you can see the red pigment in my mother-in-law had to put her hand on my shoulder. Like, calm down.
yeah. Well, it's because, like I said, I've worked in the hospital. They do so many of those procedures, and it's not because they don't care. It's like if you've been a nurse for 5, 10, 15, sometimes like these nurses are 20 years, they've done hundreds of these. So you're just like, then it just comes routine. It's like the doctor who walks in the room like, this may be routine for you, but you're cutting on a thing.
12 minutes. P3.
Yeah, it's a routine procedure. They do it all the time. Yeah, but you ain't done it to me.
Get ready.
Like, dude, that's not going to make me less scared or nervous. Like,
Let's go.
You're cutting on me.
Yeah, baby.
Like, that routine was for, John Jacobson. Fucking for Rayvon
If I ever need a freaking surgery, oh, bruh.
Left side.
They gonna need to bring a freaking support dog, freaking masseuse. They gonna need to freaking. Dude, I have never been cut on in my life. You kiss my ass. Y'all gonna have to do everything under the sun to keep my ass calm. Cut me open. Nah, bruh. Nah. I've been on fire twice. I've been almost cooked to death once. I broke, I've fractured ribs doing crazy BMX shit. I've damn near exploded my thumb trying to take a coupling off of an end of a motor shaft. I've done all kind of stupid shit. I've never broken a bone and I've never been cut on. Kiss my ass. You better bring the best bedside manner you ever had.
Yeah, no, trust me. Like I remember Mark Schlereth, NFL. He was like, I always say it's routine surgery. He had like at the time like 16 different operations. He played in the NFL.
Right side.
It's never routine.
Clear right.
You can say it to
Sorry,
you
man.
in the face. This is on me. This is my knee, my back, my shoulder.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. So yeah.
That was
First
very
race in
optimistic.
these. Like, first
Very
one.
optimistic.
On your right. Clear right.
I almost murdered him.
The diamond there on a corner.
Like, wait, what?
Oh, I thought he was yelling at one of the nurses or something. I'm like, bro, you alright?
All right, we need
Nope,
to drive
yelling
up
at me.
New York.
Car right.
Logan took a move that cost him a position.
Hold your line.
He should have never went there. He's not
I locked up my brakes.
Hold your line.
Man, come on now, get back that position. Pause.
Okay, Logan, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes
Take
left.
that.
I didn't lose myself.
You know, I gotta do the shoulders. Take that. With the shoulders.
Right.
On your right.
Make that little sound.
Still there.
That's funny though.
Still there.
Oh, bruh.
Clear right.
Oh, shit.
You're on the right.
Just hold
Three
it.
wide. Clear left.
Just hold it. You'll be alright. You go back.
Nope. I spun.
You had to break more. That's why. Just break a little bit more. You'd have been.
Yeah.
You get it.
I'm not a open wheel guy, so
It doesn't. Same concept even with sports car. You see, on the inside, you want to break
Looks like the
speed
leader's
because
gone off
if you
in.
don't, you're gonna shoot out to that outside line and hit him. He's out there. But you gotta break it and then take it. If I'm wrong, break, let me know I'm wrong.
Right side, clear
You gotta
right.
break a little bit harder, and then you gotta watch your outside because you need to get back on that line to stop him from passing you too.
I get it in this car, so yeah, I've never driven this car, so I can't.
Just the concept of if you're going to a corner, you want the side and no points on the right side. You're gonna have to break harder so you don't
right.
shoot
Left
out.
side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you don't take the natural.
Hold your line.
Yeah, because the lines take you wider. Yeah.
Hold your line.
Yeah.
Clear left.
6th place.
Car left. Clear left.
The guy behind has just done a
I think did I save that replay and I showed you how that dude off my front wheel in the Super Formula? No, I don't think I showed you. Brandon saw it. Brandon saw it yesterday.
Turn
That
3.
dude is so good, man. So good. So good. And you heard what happened to Glenn?
Oh, yeah.
Still there.
He's in here
His
with
pedals.
us. He was in here with us.
Still there. Clear right.
Man. That
Yeah,
sucks,
Pepper
man.
sent me a picture. Yeah, I was like, well, I mean, but this brakes aren't supposed to have fluid, so
Car left.
he said he thinks it's spring.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Text it? Or is it in the chat?
No, he texted me every other day.
Oh, man. Can you fix it for him?
P2's gone off in.
I know you ain't a mechanic or nothing
Is
like
now in the
that.
lead.
Well, he hasn't lived anywhere close to me, so.
Who the heck is posting chats about EA Sports college football? Who cares
Brandon.
about that?
There's an incident.
That's fucking
Yeah,
fire.
dirty
You
hairpin.
know y'all
Looks
gonna be
like
missing something else
Calvi.
right now.
Like, where'd he go?
Hmm.
You're just gonna hear the fight song of the different schools.
Lockhart, 133, retest. P2, that's the fastest lap of the race. P2 is 1.6 seconds off the pace.
Hope you get them fixed.
it's supposed to be one of those like, from what he was saying, like one of those like they're in, like sealed or whatever, where it's not supposed to leak, but it leaked.
Maybe one of the O-rings.
Turn 4. If you think it might be, lock hard.
So remember what I was saying earlier? Ooh!
Yeah, that's what I said. I've watched a few guys to know who, have reviewed a ton of different pedals, and I do not think, like, as a sim racer, we don't need hydraulic brakes that has fluid in it. It's overkill. Like, you're sitting at home in the sim brake. Oh, they have it in real cars. Like, I know it's a cool concept, but like, you're a sim racer.
You also got downtime, just like a real car.
Right, like, yeah. Oh, it's leaking fluid. All right, did you check the brake line? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, you introduce an element that doesn't have to be, but we have this. It's like, I was watching Falken a while back, and he was like, people always complain about flex. Oh, is it flexing? How much is a wheel bend? Like, one, why does that matter? I guarantee you, he was like, it's funny because he's like, oh, I'm in my car. Oh my god, he's driving like a Volvo.
You're now in the lead.
He's like, oh my god, there's flex in the knob here as I change the air conditioning. Like, dude, like, there's flex everywhere. But sim racers have this uncanny fascination with, is it flexing? How much flex is it? Oh my, it's gonna dampen the brake. Like, shut up.
Fuck, it was mine to lose. God damn it.
What's going on, Logan?
Oh, he had it.
I know.
You're so close.
5 minutes to go. This is good. Beyond the podium if we keep it together.
Yeah, they'll crash again. They're fighting. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still got 5 minutes left, so you still.
Have you gotten your first win yet, Logan?
Not in Formula. I've won 3 times in MX-5s and once on Oval.
Gotcha.
So in open wheel, you can kind of play more defensive because people are not going to try to hit wheel to wheel. So you can kind of not necessarily change your line as much, but give them the idea that you might.
It's
And
a
they usually
turn
won't
10.
just
Looks like it's Calvi.
Like what happened to me was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I set the fastest fucking lap too. God damn it.
Because you were moving. You were doing good, man.
He was.
You were killing it.
Why is it still saying first?
He doesn't have hardware acceleration on, so it only does it once per lap.
I need to figure out how to change that.
It's on the main page at the near the bottom.
Calvi has been disqualified. Yeah, direct hairpin. Okay, Logan. Relax. Focus. Keep it smooth. P3.
I would not want this guy's last name.
What? Lockhart?
No, this guy's last name. And I'm doing this.
Oh,
this
gotcha. I'm like looking at the race.
Bruh, dude, this guy's last name. Oh, hell no.
Push now.
Last name is Coon.
Oh God, no.
Coon. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
Nope, not
Oh,
it.
nice. Yeah, that is not a name. But it's like driving in Ohio, there like some of the street names you'd be like, oh no, they.
Oh, yeah, like so that
This
happened
Coon
when
Road and yeah.
me and Barb, we were out near Lancaster.
Yeah. I've driven
we
down
were
Coon Road.
going, Coon Path Road. Yep, because we were going somewhere and we didn't know where we were going, and this is like some years ago or whatever. It's like 12 or so years ago. And she was supposed to be like kind of mapping for me or whatever, but she really wasn't paying that much attention like she's supposed to. This is before GPS was where it is now. So it's like, oh, okay, well, like we'll just ask like where we need to make a turn or whatever. The next thing, it was like we turned and it was Coon Path Lodge or whatever that's down there.
Yeah.
And the Coon Hunters Lodge, and I was like, well, I'm not stopping there. So then we go further. And I was like, all right, I'll turn down the next street. We'll get turned around. It was Coon Path. And I was like, we ain't turn on that street either. So fuck it. So then I was like, hold on, where am I at? Because I know I can get back. No matter where I'm at, I can get back to the city. So I was like, all right, so let me figure this out. So I figured out kind of where Columbus was compared to where we were. and then went where in my brain what Lancaster was, and then we were able to find it like an hour later. But I was like, oh nope, I ain't stopping there. And then you're going up near Toledo, that candy store that got the raccoon on it.
Yeah.
That's off the freeway. Yeah. I was like, I ain't stopping there either.
Yeah, no, like there are places like we were going to go to McDonald's and we're in the South and all these trucks pull up and I was like, hey, let's just go eat. Like, got the kids, let's get out the car. We've been driving back from Florida, and I was like, let's just go ahead and stop at this McDonald's and grab a bite to eat. We go to get out, and all these trucks pull in, and they all have like on the back windshield or they have flags that are Confederate flags. I'm like, I think we should just go and get the drive-through. We just go back on the road. And she was like, I agree. I get it. Just we're not taking any unforeseen risks here. So I've lived in Lancaster for 6 months. Not my cup of tea. And everybody was nice. You know what I mean? Yeah. And, most people, they were cool and nice, but you just never know. Never know.
Last thought.
133.1.
When the whole big thing was happening, like with the whole pickup thing, and then they have like the shootings and all that stuff. Me and my cousin were headed down to Washington Courthouse for this RC event, and
say no more.
He never been. He had never been to an RC race before, and I'm like, cool, we'll go to this one because it's a bigger one and whatever. And there wasn't any in Columbus like that was going to be like anything big, and so I was like, all right, we'll go down there. We turned and every car was a pickup with a flag on it and all that. And he was like, is this car 4-wheel drive? Because we might have to go off-road. And I'm like, I'll make this Ultima 4-wheel drive, dude. I don't give a fuck. It was so fun. We joked the whole way there. And then his stepdad's last name when we get down there was like the same as like one of like the sheriffs or something like that.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, does he got a double life? He got another family down here too or something? Like, we was cracking up because he was like, at the time his stepdad was overseas or whatever, and because her stepdad is Barb's uncle, and we were like, oh, he must be he ain't overseas. He got a double life. He down here trying to be a cop and stuff like that. Oh, we was cracking up the whole day. We was making jokes.
And that's again, it's just these small towns, like and small town life can be really cool. It's just what
sucks.
Small town are you in, and are they a progressive small town? Are they going to look at the fact that
great drive, that's a podium.
Standoffish? Like my wife, we've been out, and she'd be like,
good race, guys.
And I'm like, it's all good. She's like, no, not really. I was like, listen. I dealt with this my entire life. We're gonna get something to eat. Eat this food. We're gonna go home. And we've had to have that conversation. Like, she's like, man, I don't know how you do it. Like, yeah, because my whole life I lived
that's a Tuesday. Like,
right. She's like, oh man, But yeah, like it's funny.
That's a Tuesday for it.
That is my last race today. Well,
way better than your other one.
I know.
Better than your other one. Like, you went from just YOLOing that turn and dying for three races to, I can take this. I'm top 3. It was like, oh man, but you had the dub though. You had it.
I know.
I don't know what happened, man.
I didn't brake enough. I was braking into the turn.
So the reason why I asked about the hydraulic thing, or I mentioned the hydraulic thing, the Sim Pit has their coffee and tea talk, and I asked Sean about it. He's like, yo, hydraulics that much better than the rubber pads, and he was like, well, for him, he likes the fact that the pedal doesn't just bounce back on your foot. It gives it more of a realistic feel. So when he depressed the brake, the pedal doesn't chase after his foot. So like, so I'm like, okay, all right, I can see that. So it kind of helps your trail brake. I asked him that. He says yes, but it's really a personal thing where, how you like your brake to be set, to be honest. But it is better in some sense because it gives you a little bit closer to reality. and the feel of it, applying the brake is not. If the applying the brake is not much different, but where the difference is releasing the brake. So that's what he was saying. The releasing the brake is where the difference is.
I am gonna
okay.
lose this license. I am absolutely gonna lose my B license in Formula. That's okay.
Yeah.
Is that the bottom split? That was not the
C
bottom
still
split.
C got all the fun races anyway, so.
Whew. 10 incident points. The guy in front of me had 15. Jesus.
This is a hard track though. Like, you're not on an easy track for an open wheel car that has no downforce.
Right.
And you have all this elevation change.
Right.
Jesus. You had 10 incidence points though.
I did because going through 6, I go off track on the exit of 6 every time.
Oh God, man. Get it together.
I am not an open wheel driver. This is a different.
Oh man, especially that one. That one is not easy because it ain't got, like they said, no downforce.
Today? Oh, I was gonna say, is there a hot fix today? No, there was not hot fix today.
Yo, wait a minute. That's 4 machines behind you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
3D printers. I think he has 3 or 4.
5, and I've got one more underneath my workbench that is ancient that I want to drag into this century.
Jeez, yeah.
Well, I mean, let's see if I can get it.
How you going to drag? When you say drag it into the century, what are you going to do? You going to upgrade some parts or
It doesn't have a heated bed. It doesn't have the hot end fan. Also works as the the hot end fan works as the cooling fan. But let's see if I can get this on working. There we go. You can kind of see all of them, except for the ones on the top shelf. While I play with my LEDs.
Why that seat look like the one I was gonna buy from Amazon?
Huh?
The seat that you're in looked like the one I was gonna buy from Amazon.
Don't. I fucking hate it. It's digging into the back of my shoulders, and that's what's causing my hands to go nummy numb. So, I don't recommend it.
Well, you can do the stranger. Never mind that.
Huh?
No.
What's up?
I said you could do the stranger.
Pause. All right. That is it for me today on that note. I will be back on tonight. Probably going to be doing some GT4 practice. And I don't know. We might touch these little cars again. They're a shit ton of fun. And zero commitment from me. So we will be back tonight. Thank you all for joining me. Ray, Brandon, Natty, Neil, thank you guys for subscribing and joining with me in my chat. If you want to join me in the chat as some future things coming down the lane, consider subscribing. Until then, I will see you guys tonight.